48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene, Part 2. 21st Law. Play a sucker to catch a sucker. Seems dumber than your mark. Always make your victims feel smarter than you really are, and smarter than you are if they are convinced you are dumber than them. They won't suspect you have the range for harboring ulterior motives. 22nd Law. Use the surrender tactic. Transform weakness into power. Have no qualms about surrendering to someone who is stronger than you. It's not a matter of honor or courage or any of that, but survival. It also gives you time to torment your opponent and strike when they are down. 23rd law. Concentrate your forces. A person who is really good at one thing is better than a person who is mediocre at many things. Concentrate all your energies on your strongest point so that you can excel in it. 24th law. Play the perfect courtier. Being a courtier is like being a politician. It's a dangerous game, and you can get killed or exiled if you displease the king. You have to walk a tightrope between the pleasing the king and distinguishing yourself from the other countries. 25th law. Recreate yourself. You should not accept the roles that society foisted on you. You should recreate yourself by forging a new identity, one that commands attention and never bores the audience. Be the master of your own image instead of letting others define it for you. 26th law. Keep your hands clean. You should always have a scapegoat, someone to blame for your mistakes. Make them do your dirty work for you, for your benefit, and make sure you are never the one to blame when something goes wrong. 27th law. Player peoples need to believe and create a cult like a following. In today's world, with the waning of organized religion, people want something to believe in and make yourself the face of a movement or cause, and make people follow you, believe in you, and fight your battles. 28th law. Enter action with boldness. If you are unsure about doing something, do not attempt it. Your doubts and hesitation will very likely ruin your execution in a self-fulfilling prophecy. Always act boldly. Any mistake you commit through audacity are easily corrected with more audacity. 29th law. Plan all the way to the end. Take into account all the possible obstacles and twists of fate that might reverse your handwork and give the glory to others. By planning ahead, you will not be overwhelmed by circumstances, and you will know when to stop. 30th law. Make your accomplishment seem effortless. Anything you do must seem natural and executed with ease. The more you try to appear natural, the more unnatural you appear, and people will believe you are truly powerful. Don't say you worked hard and teach no one your tricks. 31st law. Control the options. Get others to play with the cards you deal. The best way to deceive the people is to make them believe they have a choice, that they are the one in control. When it's a reality, you are pulling all the strings. Always force your victims to choose the lesson of two evils, so that whichever choice they pick, you will still benefit. 32nd law. Play to people's fantasies. The truth is ugly and unpleasant. People would rather avoid it. Never appeal to the truth and reality unless you are prepared for the consequence of disappointing people. Make up a fantasy and see how people flock to it. 33rd law. Discover each man's thumbscrew. Everyone has some weakness, some gap in the wall of their personality. It is usually a secret fear or desire. It can also be a small pleasure. Find it and turn it into an advantage. 34th law. Be royal in your own passion. Act like a king, to be treated like one. The appearance are everything in this world. In the long run, appearing vulgar or common will make people disrespect you. Carry yourself like someone worthy of respect, and you will get it. 35th law. Master the art of timing. Never seem to be a hurry. You should take your time, wait for the right moment. If you are in a hurry and you are rushing things, then you are not in control for yourself or time. 36th law. Disdain things you cannot have. Ignoring them is the best revenge. Acknowledging a problem and gives it a credibility. Acknowledging that you lack something makes it more valuable for others. Treat what you don't have with disdain. To make it lose value and make what you have seem superior. 37th law. Create a compelling spectacles. When you dazzle people with a good show, no one pays attention to what really are doing. This is why many leaders create spectacles to impress their followers. 38th law. Think as you like, but behave like others. Even if you do look down upon others or upon the majority's beliefs, never exhibit that. You don't want others to know what you really think. They will dislike you and punish you for it. Keep your eccentricities and controversial opinions private or for close tolerant friends. 39th law. Stir up the waters to catch fish. Always stay calm and objective while stirring to pot for your enemies and giving them a reason to get angry and emotional is when they are least in control and likely to be defeated. For 40th law. They despise the free lunch. If you get something for free, you have to pay for it. In other ways, nothing is really free. There is always a hidden obligation. A trick, catch everything that has a worth should be worth paying for. When you decline gifts, you absolve yourself of an expectation of a gratitude or having to repay the gesture. 41st law. Avoid stepping into a great man's shoes. We tend to glorify the past things that happened long ago. Always seem better than things that happen now. History always make things look better than they are. If you are a successor of someone known and beloved, always avoid identifying with them and make your own name and legacy. Shine in your own way to divert the power to you, lest you stay in their shadow. 42nd law. Strike the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. Often one the single individual is responsible for all the trouble caused by your enemy and or competitor. Don't allow them to keep doing what they are doing. Always go after source and the whole team will crumble. 43rd law. Work on the hearts and minds of others. Don't force others to do your bidding. Seduce them into doing it from their own accord. They then become more loyal to you instead of feeling manipulated by you. Take advantage of their vulnerabilities or to soften them up. 44th law. Disarm and infuriate with the mirror effect. Mirroring is a human trait where we subconsciously mimic what others are doing to connect with them. If you do that with your enemies, it will completely throw them off. Keep doing the same things that they do to confuse them and make them unable to decipher your real strategy. They will feel mocked and exposed. 45th law. Preach the need for change but never reform too much at once. People are creatures of habit. They like things to be done the way they have always been done. They usually done like a change. At the same time, people like to see changes from the time to time to keep things interesting. They therefore make gentle changes but don't disrupt the status quo too much, especially if you're new to the culture, company or community. 46th law. Never appear too perfect. It's always dangerous to appear better than others because you are to be drawing a target on your back. Even worse is to appear to have no faults or weakness. Envy creates a silence enemies. Make yourself more approachable by staring harmless vulnerabilities and relatable defeats. Fourth, seventh law: do not go past make you aimed for. In victory, learn when to stop. The moment of victory is always a treacherous because it may give you the illusion of being capable of doing much more. You go any further and you may lose all you want. 40th law: assume formlessness. Some of the world's most celebrated and beloved figures are described as chameleons, able to shape shift and change their image constantly. Becoming formless means protecting yourself against predictability, making your enemies unable to pin you down.